And welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza here at the Hatfield Public Library with some new fiction for adults, including maybe the biggest release of the season. So get ready. We have Emily Henry's Great Big Beautiful Lie, 2 copies of it, of course. A lot of people really want this. I guess I could say what it's about, but I think the Emily Henry fans are not really going to care. It says the main character is an eternal optimist still dreaming of getting her big writing break. And then she's living on an island with a Pulitzer Prize winning writer who's very, very grumpy. And they're both trying to write a biography of the same woman. Great premise. Oh my gosh. So yay. I've just dipped my toe into the Emily Henry world and they are super fun. So I'm going to have to try to catch up and I definitely, am into that one. So yay. We have The Pretender by Joe Harkin. A sweeping historical novel. It compares it to Hilary Mantel, a personal favorite of mine, and Maggie O'Farrell, and it's set during the time of the Tudors. It says it's darkly humorous, about someone who was supposed to be the heir. I don't know. Yeah, I won't try to explain the history, but basically about a kid who is supposed to be the heir of the throne and I think was briefly crowned. Guessing things don't go well. Hopefully it turns out okay. That didn't, usually in Tudor times things didn't turn out okay, but you can always hope. We have Happy Land by Dolen Perkins-Valdez. Love this gorgeous cover with the flowers. Okay. I read about this book. This is super intriguing because it's based on his history. So, wait, let me see if I can describe it. So basically, it's about a woman whose grandmother tells her an incredible story about a kingdom in the Appalachian mountains, and that her great great grandmother was its queen. But it actually turns out that it was a real thing. A kingdom, I think, of ex-enslaved people who tried to sort of recreate I don't know, I feel like I'm not doing a good job of explaining this, but it just sounded super intriguing, the idea of this sort of fairy tale history that's actually based on historical fiction. Room for Rent by Noelle W. Ihli. It's a thriller. Um, the rundown rental house didn't seem so bad at first. Ha ha ha. But it sounds like there's someone stealing food, rattling the doorknobs. And is it a real person or is it something else? Ooh, a new Jennifer Haigh, Rabbit Moon. She's such a beautiful writer. My favorite book by her is still Baker Towers, which I think was one of her first, but all of her books are beautifully written. And this one is set in Shanghai about a fractured American family. So the parents are divorced. The daughter's teaching English in China, and she gets critically injured. And so then both parents end up at the hospital together. We have a new J.A. Jance, Overkill, an Ali Reynolds mystery, part of her popular series. We have a new Anne Hillerman, Shadow of the Solstice, a Lee Porn Chi and Manuelito novel. So there's a new TV show set in this, I would say set in this world. Obviously, it's the real world of the Navajo Reservation. I started watching the TV show, but then I went back and started reading the earliest books, the ones written by Tony Hillerman back in the 1970s, and they really hold up well. But I haven't ever read any of the newer ones by Anne Hillerman, but people are definitely still following the series. Morgan Jerkins, Zeal, a novel, and so these are vaguely familiar. So it's the author of This Will Be My Undoing and Cowl Baby, Caul. I know what it is. It's when you're born and with whatchamacallit, the amniotic sac, but I don't know. Apparently, I don't know how to say it. Cowl baby. So this is, oh my gosh, here I am goofing around with pronunciation. So it's a novel about the legacy of slavery and also a romantic love. It takes place in 2019. Um, and then there's another timeline in 1865 about a free man discharged from the Union Army, spanning more than 150 years. That sounds good. Harley Fortune, One Golden Summer. Perfect. Look, it's a paperback. This just is like screams beach read. Oh, and then on the back it says, All hail the Queen of Beach Reads. So clearly that's what they're going for. So it's about someone who is a photographer, and when she was 17, she takes a photo of three grinning teenagers. The image changes her life, and then it sounds back like she goes and meets one of the boys, now a man, in the photo. Of course, we have at least one James Patterson. This one is written by Maxine Petro, and it's called 25 Alive, A Woman's Murder Club. And last of all, we have a Jeffrey Deaver, South of Nowhere, a Colton Shaw novel. That's it. That's my box. We'll get these right out on the shelf.